goodness. But Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. That was the greatest performance I've seen from Kawhi Leonard in his entire career. Greatest postseason performance. Might as well be the greatest performance he's ever had in his career. Offensively and defensively. In an elimination game. Season on the line. On the road in Dallas. The man dropped 45 points. But it wasn't just that. Kawhi Leonard was sensational. Kawhi Leonard looked like the best player in the entire season. He looked like the best player on the court. It wasn't just the offense. The way he was playing defensively. My God, this is the Kawhi Leonard we know. That's the two-time Defensive Player of the Year we're talking about. Kawhi Leonard was sensational. Kawhi Leonard was spectacular. But most importantly, Kawhi Leonard was clutch. He was clutch. He hit, I think, like in the final 9 minutes of the game, I don't think he missed the basket. I think it was like he had like 12 points, hit all 5 of his shots. He was spectacular. The man was pulling up in everybody's face. He could not be stopped. Pulled up for the mid-range jumper over Luka and then hit Luka with the step-back 3. The man couldn't be stopped tonight. He was on a mission. He was on a mission. He was not going to lose tonight. Win or go home. Season on the line. This is the Kawhi Leonard I know. This is the top 5 player I'm talking about. Where was this in Game 5? But it don't even matter. It don't even matter. It's a 7-game series now. Going to 7 games. Game 7 in LA. Winner take all. And honestly, judging by how the series has gone, the Mavericks are probably going to take this in Game 7 because it just seems like that's been the case. Nobody's won a home game yet. This reminds me of like the Wizards-Celtics second round matchup a couple years back where nobody in that series could win a home game. Not win a home game. They couldn't win a road game. Celtics won their home games. Washington won their home games. They were down 3-2. John Wall had a great game. He hit that clutch 3 in Game 6 to send it into Game 7. And then Game 7, the Celtics just took over. Like, nobody won a road game. That's what this is reminding me of. So, if the pattern continues, the Mavericks should be advancing to the second round. But this series has been the most chaotic series. I don't know what to think. 29 points from Luka tonight. 24 points from Tim Hardaway Jr. I am so done with Porzingis. It's not even funny. I'm tired of this man. I'm done with Porzingis. He's not it. He's not that co-star. He's not doing anything. Nothing. I'm done with Porzingis, man. And Dallas may need to be done with Porzingis too. Because he's not being the co-star Luka needed. Luka tried to do what he can, but just wasn't enough tonight. For the Clippers, obviously we know Kawhi Leonard got 20. I'm not disrespecting, man. He got 45 points tonight. But as for his teammates, Paul George, he had 20 points tonight. Reggie Jackson came up with 25. These guys showed up. They showed up and they played well. But it was Kawhi Leonard, man. It was Kawhi Leonard. 45 points on 72% shooting from the field. And then 56% from the three-point line. I mean, my God. Good Lord. This man was spectacular. He was sensational tonight. You can really argue this was his greatest playoff performance or just greatest performance in any game he's played in his career. I mean, he really did look like the best player, not only on the court, but in the league. He looked like the best player in the league tonight. This is a top 5 player that played like the best player on the planet tonight in a win or go home situation, elimination game, do or die, season on the line, and he showed up. I hope he can bring that same intensity for Game 7 because I can tell you this right now, Luka is going to respond. Luka's looking to drop 40 in Game 7. So if Kawhi Leonard doesn't show up, this team's going home. But this game, man, this game was so crazy. It was a back and forth affair. It wasn't a situation where it felt like one team had the whole momentum against the other. It was a back and forth affair. It was relatively close for pretty much the entire game. They were just taking shots at each other. But man, it was really Kawhi Leonard tonight. It was really Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard saved the season for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard showed up and played the way we expect this man to play. He is a top 5 player in an elimination game. He has the ability to play like the best player on the planet. We've had discussions like that. He has that ability, and tonight he clearly showed it. We expected to see this performance from him in Game 5 because it looked like they had the momentum. Maybe not to this extent, but we expected to see somewhat of a game like that for Kawhi, but he was terrible. He was terrible in Game 5, but he made up for it in Game 6. Tonight was all about Kawhi Leonard. He did exactly what he needed to do. He got the job done. Absolutely sensational, and now we just have to sit back and wait for a Game 7. I have no clue what's going to happen in Game 7. But I can tell you this, I'm not missing that game. I am not missing that game for the world, man. Like, I just don't know what's going to happen. And I honestly feel, looking at the situation in the West right now, the Clippers have to sense the moment. If they can find a way to survive and win this series and get out of this round, they have a really good shot to get to the finals. They have to be sensing this moment. Because all that's left is Denver, who, again, they better hope they don't meet again because they blew that 3-1 lead against them, but we'll see how that goes. Denver, Phoenix, and Utah. If they can get to the second round against Utah, I think the Clippers have a great chance to win that series against Utah, which will put them in the Western Conference Finals, which finally they'll break through the whole second round curse. And then from there, they could really get to the finals. Who knows what can happen? But it starts here, man. It starts here. Game 7. Can they get it done? Well, it really just comes down to Kawhi Leonard. I feel like he is the guy. You're the best player on the team, man. If you don't show up, it's over. I'm not putting my faith in Paul George showing up for Game 7. No. Kawhi, you have to show up. You have to set the tone, man. Offensively and defensively. The way you played tonight, we need to see that on Sunday. If you have any chance. Any chance. So we'll see what happens with Kawhi and the Clippers in Game 7 because this is going to be wild. As for the Mavericks, yeah, Porzingis hasn't done anything for you. He has been a disappointment. He has not been the star. He has not played or even remotely looked like the star I thought he could be on the Mavericks alongside Luka. So it seems like it's just up to Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka to find a way to just close this series out. Now, Luka himself, trust me, Luka has averaged over 30 points in Staples Center. So, like, this man is looking to be a fiend in Game 7. You can trust that. Luka is dropping 30 plus. He may go for 40 in Game 7. What matters is, can somebody come along with him? And I'm looking at Tim Hardaway Jr. You've been the most consistent out of everybody in this series to come alongside Luka. You have to show up in Game 7. Luka can't do it by himself. You have to show up in Game 7. You're the only one that can help him because Porzingis is not doing enough. I'm not going to sit there and put my faith in Porzingis balling out in Game 7. He hasn't balled out the entire series. So no, Tim, it's up to you, man. If Hardaway can show up alongside Luka, if Hardaway can give him somewhere between 15 to 22 points, they'll be good because Luka can take it from there. Luka is going to leave it all on the court. I think he's going to drop 40 points in Game 7, and it's going to come down to the wire. I don't think a blowout's going to happen, especially with the way Kawhi Leonard played tonight. Unless he goes out in Game 7 and absolutely disappoints, I don't see this being a blowout. This game's going to come down to the wire in Game 7. Man, what a series. What a series. Best series of the first round. Depending on how the second round goes, this may just be the best series in the entire playoffs. First series in the playoffs to go to 7 games. This is going to be something special. I believe tomorrow is when the second round game starts, so we'll probably be talking about that. But like Sunday, we're waiting. Game 7, man. Who's gonna win it? I gotta look at the two guys, man. Can Kawhi win it for his team, or can Luka get the job done on the road? It's gonna be an exciting game. I cannot wait to see. It's gonna be epic. This is gonna be spectacular. Whatever happens, happens. But somebody's getting eliminated on Sunday. It should be fun. With that being said, that is all I got. Kawhi Leonard, man. Whew, tonight. If you bring that same level of intensity and you play that way in Game 7, the Clippers are moving on to the second round. That's all I got, man. I'm out of here. Peace.